Never miss the latest Game Tea. Check us out on social media. You can find us on Facebook at the Game Tea Podcast, and you can find us on Twitter at Game Tea Podcast X. We post memes, gaming news, retweet friends of the pod, and of course, let you know when new episodes are available for your sippin' pleasure. Links are all available in the description of this episode, so check them out after the show, and thank you so much for listening to the Game Tea Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Game Tea Podcast. My name is JP.
I'm Peaches.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Czar.
All right, we talked about it on Wednesday. Today we're bringing back one of our newer segments. We are doing video games, 2 truths and a lie. We've only done it one other time, but the one time we did do it, it was a banger. However, Zach was not here for that, so he's going to learn the rules here in a minute. And since there are 4 of us, we're going to keep it to 2 games. We're going to see if we can get into 3-game territory depending on how time goes. So, is everybody ready to hear the rules of this game?
I think so.
Yeah. Lie to me. Wait, the rules aren't a lie, are they?
The cake is a lie.
No!
Dude, I can't believe you just pulled up the oldest gaming meme in history. Actually, I don't know if that's true. It's what's that game where it's like your ships are belong to us or something?
All your base are belong to us.
All your base are belong to us. What game was that?
StarCraft or something?
Oh my
Something
god,
like that.
that's a classic. It's a classic.
Apparently from a video game called Zero Wing. I just looked it up. Don't worry, Game Tea fact checker on the case.
The fact checker.
Yeah. Thanks, Jez. All right. In this segment, the hosts each pick a couple of games and take turns giving 3 facts about that game. These facts can be anything from the game's development to guest voice actors to Easter eggs in the game and everything in between. However, one of those 3 facts is a lie. The job of the other 2 hosts is to individually guess which one of those facts is the lie. 1 point will be given to the hosts when they correctly guess which fact was untrue, and the host with the most points at the end wins the game. Questions about opinions and personal playthroughs are prohibited, so the questions can only be factual pieces of information about the game. For example, saying that a particular game is the best of its series is not allowed. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Repeat that, please. Repeat that last thing again.
No personal opinions about games, Zachary.
Damn it. Okay.
So saying Super Mario Odyssey is the greatest game that has ever come out, that doesn't allow. That's not allowed. Zach has left the chat.
I don't like this game. I'm out.
You got the title of your episode right there. Zach has left the chat. All right. At the beginning of round 1, Peaches, it's all you. It's time for some facts, and it's time for you to hurt me with your lies, baby. Let's do it.
Lie to me, baby.
Lie to me.
Round 1.
All right, so my first game is Valheim. You guys may remember me from hyping this game up for like 2 weeks straight. Valheim is essentially just your, like, you know, next take on like the Minecraft genre of games. You know, you craft a base, you know, you go collect resources in the wild, you fight enemies, except this time you have the added bonus of fighting, you know, actually I guess Minecraft also has bosses. So yeah, just your next take on the Minecraft genre of game. So here are the facts. One of the strongest non-boss enemies you fight is a mosquito. The highest damage weapon is a hammer made out of a deer boss's head. And sometimes you can see Odin just staring at you from a distance.
Read those back to us one more time if you don't mind.
All right. Fact number 1. One of the strongest non-boss enemies you fight is a mosquito. Number 2. The highest damage weapon is a hammer made out of a deer boss's head. And number 3, sometimes you can see Odin just staring at you from a distance.
Wait. So, like, Odin the Norse god?
Yes.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the mosquito one. Do I get to guess like that? Can I just do that?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can absolutely just guess like that.
Yeah, that's all it takes. That's how you guess.
Correct.
but he doesn't actually reveal it till the rest of us are done, unless you wanted to.
Yeah, give me that answer.
Zach, why do you feel like that mosquito one is off?
Mosquitoes are small and annoying. I will say that. But I just don't think that'd be the strongest boss. I feel
One
like
of the strongest non-boss enemies.
Oh, okay. Now I got you.
reading comprehension wasn't always my best suit. All right, anyway, that's still my guess.
I got bad listening skills. It's a problem for me.
Okay. The reason why I kind of want to go with the mosquito too is because of all the Norse stories I've heard of, Odin and the deer head makes sense. No Norse guy I've ever watched though has ever gone, a mosquito, and just slapped their arm. Like, oh, that was a close one. Almost got malaria. Anyway, back to pillaging. I've never seen that happen.
See, I'm thinking it's number 2. I think it's something a little bit different about the weapon. Like maybe it's not a hammer, maybe it's not the skull of the boss. Yeah, I'm gonna go with number 2.
All right, Peaches, I think our answers are locked in. What you got?
All right, so the lie was number 2, but not for the reason Czar said.
Yeah!
Crap baskets.
Damn it.
Czar was right, but for the wrong reason.
Doesn't matter how, it just matters that I'm on the board.
What was the reason?
Wait, what was the reason?
So the deer boss hammer is actually like, it's one of the more early game weapons that you get. You just slowly get better materials, and like the weapons are actually, much stronger than that as you progress. Like it's actually one of the weaker weapons in the game.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, as for your guys' guess of the strongest non-boss enemies, no, the mosquitoes are absolutely one of the most threatening things you will fight in this game. Now, I did do a little bit of a trick on you here, because they're technically called death skeetos in the game.
But if we knew that...
But I mean, it is still just a mosquito. When we played this game back in the day, like all of my buddies, we would form like a shield wall, and there would be like 5 guys ganging up on one tiny mosquito. It was a great old time. But that concludes Valheim for me. Who's next?
That'd be Czar.
That would be Czar. And I mean, come on, guys. Bugs can be horribly awful when they're non-bosses. Have you ever played Fallout and gotten absolutely murderlated by some Cazadors? I watched a YouTube video of...
Actually.
I watched a YouTube video of Snoop Dogg rage quit Fallout because he got just owned by some Cazadors.
No, but I have played Bug Snacks. It's kind of the same.
Anywho, I mentioned that because that actually leads into my game, Fallout 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so there is so much to know about Fallout that it was really hard to pick some factoids about this game. And for anybody who doesn't know what Fallout is, why the fuck don't you know what Fallout is?
True.
It's an amazing game.
It's all right.
I will leave it at that. So, first, we have, by doing a certain side quest, the player can acquire an odd robot whose only function is to serve alcohol. And as an addition, if the player simply does not finish the quest, this robot named Drinking Buddy can be sent to any settlement to get the party started.
I don't care if that's true or not. That's awesome.
Next. So there's cars in the games, right? But you can't actually drive them. The only thing these cars are good for is causing a tiny nuclear explosion after being shot. Well, Bethesda actually modeled these in-game cars after a real-life 1950s car model, the Ford Nucleon. That was never actually released to the public because nuclear energy was feared. Sadness.
True.
The last factoid we have is in a quest called the Wang Dang Atomic Tango, players are tasked with finding and retrieving a sex bot. As the player progresses, they will have to reprogram Fisto, the sex bot. Once reprogrammed, the players are allowed to test out the program.
His name is Fisto.
If players decide to do so, the screen will go dark and a drilling sound can be heard.
No.
Once the testing has ended, the player experiences numbness, which the robot claims is normal.
Oh my god, holy shit, that's funny. That's really funny.
And so them's the facts, boys. Which is the lie?
All right, so I think if that sex robot thing was actually true, it'd be a lot more infamous. So I'm gonna say that's the lie.
Okay. Peaches, Zach?
God. I'm gonna go with the Ford nucleus one because I'm a pretty savvy Ford guy and I don't remember the nucleus. So I feel like
Nucleon, but that's tit for tat.
tit for tat, scat for dat.
I think I'm gonna go with the Ford Nucleon one as well because the sex robot thing I remember from previous Fallout games, so it makes sense that it would also be in Fallout 4.
Oh, well, fuck me, I guess.
All right.
Wait, no, don't actually do that, robot.
Are you guys sticking with your answers?
I'm sticking.
Yup.
JP gets the point. Woo-hoo-hoo! And this was a little bit tricky because the Wang Dang Atomic Tango quest was actually in Fallout New Vegas, not Fallout 4.
That's why I remembered it from previous Fallout games. That makes sense.
You cheated.
Okay, so I was right
Peaches,
for the
you
wrong
even
reason.
said the answer.
Whoops.
Maybe that robot is just so talented, he just, got across the lines.
I just figured that it was a model of robot that's common in the Atomic Wasteland, and so you would see him in places outside of New Vegas as well.
Well, I tried to trip you guys up because there was the first factoid was about acquiring another robot, Drinking Buddy, which is actually true. And Drinking Buddy is currently in my Sanctuary settlement, just launching a huge rager.
Fuck yeah, you go, robot.
He also tells jokes.
Okay, so I actually picked out a couple of really diverse games here. You might see a pattern. First up is Animal Crossing New Horizons. So I've got some facts about this incredible game that everybody should play because it's wonderful and colorful and fun.
Tom Nook
right.
sucks.
Tom Nook does suck, but you don't know. But here's the
What's
difference.
your point?
You don't know that Tom Nook sucks from experience. You know that Tom Nook sucks from me complaining about the fact that he sucks.
Absolutely. I'm laughing at you being sucked into a timeshare.
On an island. All right. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Here are the facts. One of the hottest commodities on the island are tarantulas, which sell at Nook's Crannies for 6,000 bells apiece. 2. The winter update includes a minigame where you can build snowmen that barrage you with insults if they are not built correctly. And for the last one, there are 6 fruits to be collected from other islands. It is apples, cherries, coconuts, oranges, pears, and peaches. Peaches for peaches.
Pog.
Let me know if you need those read back to you, boys.
Yeah, if you could read those back one more time.
Absolutely.
Especially on the last one with the list of fruit.
One of the hottest commodities on the islands are tarantulas, which sell at Nook's Cranny for 6,000 bells apiece. The winter update includes a mini game where you can build snowmen that barrage you with insults if they are not built correctly. And finally, there are 6 fruits to be collected from other islands. It is apples, cherries, coconuts, oranges, pears, and peaches. I need some guesses. I need them now.
All right, I'm gonna go with the first one. I feel like you're gonna pull some trick ass shit, so I'm gonna do that one.
See, I'm really on the fence between number 1 and number 3. I think the list of fruit is altered by 1. I think one of them is not right.
That sounds like something I would do, isn't it?
That does sound like something you would do.
I'm gonna go with a snowman because Animal Crossing's too PC to have insulting snowman.
See, I was thinking that too, but I guess to be the third here, I'll go with number 3.
All right, Peaches gets the point.
Damn it!
No, Zach, you're totally right. It's so funny. That's why it's funny, though, because Animal Crossing is so peaceful that if you build these snowmans with their proportions wrong, they start yelling at you. And it's awesome.
What the fuck, you absolute fucking moron!
Where's the lamb sauce? And Czar, that is absolutely something I would do, but I know that, which is why I did not do that. But I did make just a minor tweak. Tarantulas sell for 8,000 bells, not 6,000. That's
Oh,
literally
shit.
all I did.
Like I said, some trick ass shit.
That's all I did.
That was my other thought, was you changed the value of the bells, but I thought they were going to be like maybe 1,000 a piece or something. Damn, tarantulas are a hot commodity.
Well, that's because tarantulas are hard to catch, and if you miss with your net, they sting you, and you pass out and wake up in front of your house, and the tarantula's gone.
Now,
And the tarantula steals your girlfriend.
Back? Oh shit! They took my kidney.
I learned in elementary school that tarantula bites don't hurt any more than a bee sting, though.
I don't think that's true. They don't have venom. That doesn't mean they don't hurt.
I think it would hurt more than a bee sting, just because the sheer force of those fangs.
Yeah, well, when I was in elementary school, my parents told me that turning on the light in your house or turning in the light in your car while they were driving was illegal. Adults just lie to you sometimes.
All right, so from kidshealth.org, if a person gets bitten by a tarantula, the bite will probably feel a lot like a bee sting with pain in the area of the bite. It will look a lot like a bee sting too.
Have you ever been stung by a bee?
Nope.
Not in a long time, so I don't remember the feeling.
It
Got
hurts.
stung by wasps.
Oh, that really hurts.
Enough to
Yeah,
pass
fuck those
out and
things.
have to go back to your house?
No, but shit's Animal Crossing, so you're a little bitch. Zach, do you have a game yet?
I do have a game. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yes, Zach.
All right.
Give us your game.
All right. So Kingdom Hearts 2 is the game I'm going with. It's because it's kind of how it worked out. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. First fact, Kingdom Hearts 2 is censored in the American version. They deemed that Axel's death needed less flames so it could be less crazy.
More flames.
Kingdom Hearts
Okay.
2 is the last thing Mr. Miyagi did. If you don't know, Mr. Miyagi is from The Karate Kid. The old guy teaches him the things. And then
Didn't he do Master Air Quiz?
That's
a question for Travis.
sir. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Final one is Lance Bass from Backstreet Boys voice Sephiroth.
Sephiroth. Okay, so number one with Axel's Flames, that's not unfathomable at all, because America does it all the time, where they censor shit that comes over here from different countries for like weird religious reasons. The
flames would be more of like an epilepsy thing. I could easily see them censoring due to epilepsy, because usually Japan sends over really flashy products.
Well, then, Zara, you can go with number one, because I'm picking
I'm not
something
going
else.
with number one.
No, fuck you. What did you say that third one was, Zach?
Lance Bass from Backstreet Boys voice Sephiroth.
That's not unfathomable either, because Jesse McCartney is the voice of fucking Roxas. A lot of people don't know that.
Right?
I'm gonna go with fact number two.
Which one was that? Say that one again.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is the last thing Mr. Miyagi from The Karate Kid did.
I think it's number one.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with number one.
It's censored because of the flames.
Yeah, I think that's a lie.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going with number two. Those guys are number one.
All right. You're all wrong.
What?
And this is in-game facts. This is Lance Bass is from NSYNC, you buffoons.
Oh, son of a bitch. You pulled some trick ass
Fuck
shit.
you.
He pulled a fast one.
Yeah, I did.
mean, he's totally allowed to do that, but Jesus.
Oh, absolutely. That's legal.
That's
Damn,
legal.
but it's dirty.
I do them
That
dirty
was-
like that.
That was dirty,
Oof.
Zach.
No points awarded for Zach's game. I feel like Zach should get a point for that.
Yeah, give me points.
That's not in the rules that I arbitrarily made up.
Fuck the rules. I've got money.
That's an interesting dynamic. And Zach's not on the board yet. All right, fine. Zach gets a point since no one guessed his game correctly. So that means heading into round two, we are at a 4-way tie.
Giggity.
All of us have one.
Round 2.
4-way.
All right.
Say it.
Well, let's just move right past that on to my next game, eh?
Fine.
Hey.
Round two.
All right. So my next game is Dragon Age Origins.
Ooh, good pick.
Yeah, I love me some Dragon Age Origins. Just a quick about on this game. This is one of the many BioWare games I've played throughout the years. It's a game where you play as a warden that is trying to stop the return of the Darkspawn from essentially just destroying the whole G-dang world. All right, guy? So, here are the facts. Fact number 1. There's over 200 hours of audio in this game when played back to back. Fact number 2. There is a quest to kill a possible romantic interest's mother, and that mother is also a dragon. And fact number 3, 144 voice actors contributed to the English version of this game.
What?
Right off the bat, I'm going to go with number 3. I think that number sounds low.
Really? I was going to pick number 3 because it sounds high.
I mean, Dragon Age was a pretty big game. Did you say this was Origins?
Dragon Age Origins.
Ooh, yeah, that number might be high.
Because, like, I mean, like, if you're hiring voice actors with a lot of, like, versatility, they could each probably voice, like, several characters.
And that
Especially if
saves
a lot
so
of them are
much
doing
on production.
Yeah, especially if like they're doing quite a bit of NPC work, because who remembers an NPC voice? Like you could reuse a bunch of that. I think 140. I think that's too high. I'm going with number 3.
Zachary?
Oh, yeah. Will you repeat those back to me one more time? I heard number 3 pretty clearly, but number 2 and 1.
All right, so number 1, there is over 200 hours of audio in this game when played back to back. Number 2, there is a quest to kill a possible romantic interest's mother, and that mother is also a dragon. And then fact number 3 was 144 voice actors contributed to the English version of this game.
Oh my god. I don't know, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go with number 1 just to be different.
I mean, he is different, and he is also correct.
Oh,
damn
shit.
it.
There's actually 54.1 hours of audio when played back to back in this game.
Oh.
Wow, now that feels low.
Right?
I mean, it was the first game, though, wasn't it?
It was, in the Dragon Age series.
Yeah, so
Even
they're just
so.
baby steps. I do understand that, though.
All right, Zach's at 2.
All right, you guys ready for Czar's game?
Ready for Zar's
Yup.
game?
All right, I'm talking about Halo 3. The end of the very first Halo trilogy, and oh, what a tearjerker for Master Chief. So, the first factoid, Bungie advertised teasers to its future project Destiny throughout Master Chief's adventure. In certain levels, players could spot billboards and posters that had an image of planet Earth and the phrase, Destiny awaits. Next, Cortana obviously is one of the most notable characters in the Halo series and in video games. Microsoft went so far as to turn this memorable AI into the Windows version of Siri. However, Cortana's voice actor, Jen Taylor, was also the voice of Princess Peach. And finally, Bungie hid a funny way for players to find out whether or not they were the connection host in multiplayer games. By playing the game mode Assault, players could attempt to take a bomb to the opposing team's base and detonate it. But if players were to inspect the bomb on the ground, one of 2 messages could be seen. If the player was the connection host, the bomb would read, "Hold on to your butt." And if they were not the host, the bomb would read, "Thus I refute thee."
Okay, that last one is so specific. I feel like it has to be true.
I was going to go with number 3 because, I don't know, it feels like too much.
I feel like that's why it's legitimate. Zar's not smart enough to create that all on his own.
Yeah, I think he just pulled some trick ass shit, and so that's why it's fake.
Huh, trick ass shit.
I mean, everybody, you guys have all played Halo 3, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 3. Confident 3 on this one.
All of you going with 3?
I'm gonna go with the Cortana one because I think that there's no way that's also Princess Peach. Or even if that's not correct, like, because I know Cortana is the Microsoft service. I know that part is true. I didn't know about the voice actress. You know what? I'm going to go with number 2. I'm sticking to number 2.
All right. So, JP's number 2. Peaches, Zach, are you both number 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you all wrong.
What?
Bungie Bungie did not advertise teasers for Destiny in Halo 3. It was Halo ODST that the advertisements were in.
You sly dog.
All right, well, that means that, Zar, you just got a point, so you and Zach are tied for 2, and Peaches and I are still at 1.
Also, real quick, because you're talking about Princess Peach, Jen Taylor, according to her wiki page, was Princess Peach in the Mario franchise from 1999 to 2006. She was Peach in Smash Bros. Melee. She was Toad in Luigi's Mansion. And in Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, she was Zoe.
Really?
Yes, Jen Taylor has had a very successful voice acting career, especially with Cortana. Like, hell, my computer has Cortana.
That's really cool.
Doesn't Windows 10 just have Cortana naturally?
Yes, it does.
Think so.
All current and modern Windows products come standard with Cortana.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And she gets royalties on all of it.
Good for her, honestly.
Good for her.
Good for Princess Peach.
Yeah. All right, JP.
Now, if only she could learn how to bake that fucking cake. That was an obscure joke. I'm glad somebody got it.
I did. I thought that was a reference to Princess Peach's butt.
No. Every time she bakes a cake and invites Mario to the castle, some shit goes down.
She's like, shit. Peach just invited me over for cake.
Peach baked a cake again. That means Bowser's at it.
All right, so are you ready for my second game? It's I got done playing it recently as kind of a little bit of a retro rehash. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's been since you yahoos played this game, but I've got some awesome facts to tell you about it.
Man, I thought Halo 3 was a throwback.
Was this the first one?
The very first one that came out for the PlayStation 2.
Holy shit, I honestly thought that it was just called Sly Cooper and like that was it. Holy fuck.
Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus.
Damn, alright, yeah. Well, give me the facts.
Alright, here are the facts. Number 1, the villain gang in the group consists of several individuals who call themselves the Sinister Six. Number 2, Sly Cooper's first heist ever was stealing the cookie jar from the orphanage he lived in as a child. And number 3, a few of the new abilities earned from completing the Thievius Raccoonus is invisibility, creating decoys, and setting up landmines. Let me know if you need those read back to you, boys.
I could go with another reading.
Yeah, one more time.
Should we just always do 2 readings? I think we should always do 2 readings.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
All right. Fact number 1. The villain gang in the group consists of several individuals who call themselves the Sinister Six. Number 2. Sly Cooper's first heist ever was stealing the cookie jar from the orphanage he lived in as a child. And number 3. A few of the new abilities earned from completing the Thievius Raccoonus is invisibility, creating decoys, and setting up landmines.
I'm gonna go with number 3.
Okay.
Why?
Why is that?
Because I don't think you can set landmines. That's not stealthy.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm gonna go with number 2 because I feel that he would do something more elaborate than stealing a cookie.
Have you ever had a cookie?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I have had a cookie. I don't know that's what Sly's first steal would be. That would be like my first steal, and I'm not baby's first Sly Raccoonus. You know what I mean? So, whatever.
Baby's first robbery.
I think I'm gonna go with number 3 as well. I feel like you just like added one that's probably not actually in the game.
Again, that sounds like something I would do. You are all wrong. It's actually number 1. The name of the villainous gang is the Fiendish Five, not the Sinister Six.
See, my Spider-Man senses were like, oh yeah, that sounds right.
And then your Spider-Man senses were like, you absolute fucking idiot. You smooth-brained numbskull. You buffoon. All right. Well, we've got a 3-way tie now, with Peach as the only one in last place. So, Zach, hopefully your game can give Peaches some points.
All right, my next game is Dragon Quest XI Definitive Edition. Echoes of Elusive HS, whatever. It's the Switch version, which I guess kind of does make a difference. All right. So first up, it made camera angles seem irrelevant in RPGs. It turns into a side-scroller along with 3D platforming. It has a draconian mode where you can't run, You're not allowed to shop. You can't wear armor. There's less XP for every monster killed. There's this thing called Shypox, which randomly just one of your party members just dies in battle. And yeah, super enemies. I'll repeat those one more time. So
I was gonna say that sounded like a lot of facts.
could you also section off like, okay, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3?
yeah, okay. Fact 1: it turns into a side scroller along with 3D platforming. It's made. So sorry, that was fact 1. Fact 2 is it made camera angles seem irrelevant in RPGs. And fact 3: draconian mode, no fleeing. No shop, or sorry, it has draconian mode, which entails no fleeing, no shopping, no wearing of armor. You get less XP per kills and no XP for killing stuff lower leveled than yourself. There's super enemies, and then there is a condition known as Shypox, which will just randomly kill one of your friends in battle, one of your party members.
I think that's really funny. If you're gonna have a super hard mode where you don't get any of the items in the game or like XP as normal or anything like that, randomly killing off players is a big dick move, and I feel like you made that up. I'm gonna go with number 3.
I'm gonna do number 3 as well. That seems a bit too RNG for my taste.
I think I'm gonna go with number 1 because it's an RPG. Why would you need side-scrolling effects to that?
All right, Czar, you get the point. Draconian mode. Yeah! Draconian mode is very much a real thing, and the reason you said it is exactly why I never fucking touched it. Because I know I would be really salty when my badass anime hero character just randomly dies because he got Shypox.
Bruh.
So this game is really neat, and I also want to just highlight those things. So it does turn into a 2D RPG along with a 3D RPG. So if you guys didn't know, on the Switch version, it literally just turns into a 2D game. Like, it just looks like the original Game Boy Dragon Quest games. It still looks gorgeous, but like it's like 2D pixel art. And it turns random encounters on, whereas when you play in 3D mode, it's like the whole open world, like exactly how the PS4 version was. And there's no random encounters. You can see the monsters on the screen. I thought that was really neat. I tried to trick you guys by doing a sleight of hand by saying it's a side scroller along with 3D platforming. So I don't know, it sounded kind of outlandish.
Czar picked it up.
It did do a really good job, and I think I could have been more specific in my fact too. It made camera angles seem irrelevant in RPGs. So there's a fixed camera angle, which is just kind of how you always would see an RPG battle, like a turn-based RPG, you know what I mean? Like, you just have your 3 guys, they all get on there, and you see the 3 or so enemies on the other side, and you're fighting. Nobody moves. You can actually turn it off to where you can move the camera however you like, but you still go in exact same turn order, so it's just kind of irrelevant. Like you can move the camera and move your character around, but it's still a turn-based RPG. Right. So it just made camera angles seem irrelevant. And like, I was super hyped for that feature, but I think they threw that in there just to like troll you a little bit, because it's like, what do you expect here? It's like turning into like Final Fantasy VII Remake or anything. So right. Yeah, Czar's point. And that's all I got for Dragon Quest XI.
Czar, it's up to your discretion. Do you feel like you want to do a third round?
We can do a third round if you guys are good, because I mean, we did have some dead air in between there. Otherwise, if you feel like that's enough for an episode.
I've got a third game right here. I've got 30 minutes before I need to leave. I can do it.
Do we just want to do GP's third game, or do we all want to like pencil whip one?
No, let's everybody get third game.
Okay.
In fact, you each have, if you haven't written one, you've got a few minutes to write it down while I sit here and drink my water.
Round 3.
Okay, so here we are heading into round number 3. Peaches, the first game belongs to you.
All right, and my last game is going to be Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Ooh. Man, we're all about those throwbacks.
I got a lot of throwbacks, and then I got Valheim, you know.
Mixing it up a little.
Yeah, so fact number 1. The player's character is actually a Sith Lord who had his memory erased. Fact number 2, this game was able to be developed with no crunch on the developers. And fact number 3, the planet Slahirion, I can't really pronounce it very well, was cut from the game and would have been a hut-focused planet with a gladiator combat.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with number 1. I think he was a Jedi who had his mind erased. I don't know why, but I don't know. Throwing shit at the wall.
What was number 2 again?
I'll just read them all again. So fact number 1, the player's character is actually a Sith Lord who had his memory erased. Fact number 2, this game was able to be developed with no crunch on the developers, excuse me. And then fact number 3, the planet Slahiron was cut from the game and would have been a Hutt-focused planet with gladiator combat.
It's like 2 and 3 are conflicting. I'm gonna go with number 3 then, because crunch is real. Wait.
I think that was number 2, and that was the one I was going to go with,
2.
the developer crunch.
2 developer crunch. Thank you.
All right, so we got 2 for developer crunch and then number 1 for JP.
Yeah.
All right, well, number 2 was the lie. This game was made with a lot of crunch.
Yeah.
Big crunch.
Every game is made with crunch.
Yeah, upon further analysis, that sounds a lot more correct.
I was gonna say, and I knew that was,
I was
the
just
big
like-
twist was that you were a Sith Lord. Like that was like everyone loved that.
Yeah, it's a big twist in the game. Like you find out, but like, spoilers. Sorry, I didn't mention that before. For this, I don't even know how many year old game.
It hasn't been remade. You're fine.
Yeah. So the twist is like the Jedi erased your mind to see if you would have been good given like a second start at life, essentially.
And whether or not you actually are is up to your choices in the game, right?
Yep.
Interesting.
And I remember talking to my buddy recently about that gladiator combat that was stripped from the game.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
a
know too
bummer.
much about it because I played this game the first time I played it was like 3 years ago, and I loved it. And so I kind of missed my time period to be able to talk to people about it.
That's fair. All right, Czar, your turn for round 3. What do you got?
All right, well, I mentioned that Jen Taylor was the voice of Zoe in Left 4 Dead, and so naturally my game is Left 4 Dead 2.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, timeless classic from Valve. All right, do we need an explanation on Left 4 Dead 2, or do you think it's pretty cut and dry that it's a zombie shooter?
I think we get that.
No, explain
All right.
to me how this zombie shooter is different from other zombie shooters. No, I'm just kidding.
So, the first factoid. If you win a carnival game, you can rescue a lonely, defenseless gnome from certain chomping. Congratulations! He's your new weapon. The second factoid. Valve had plans to release a new DLC campaign reuniting Ellis and Keith. As in, one time my buddy Keith... and they were going to do this by making Keith a playable character. However, the DLC was later scrapped to make the first game's survivors playable instead. And the final factoid, if you're patient enough, you can hear the song Still Alive as a hat tip to another Valve classic, Portal, whenever you mess with jukeboxes.
Okay, so here's the thing. I know which one it is. But I don't want to go first because then these two will know.
And I would like to go after JP.
I would also like to go after JP. JP hasn't gone first yet.
That is such a huge lie.
Congrats, you spotted the lie. Now, what's the lie in this one?
Nope, I'm not saying it until you two go.
I think it's number 2.
Why do you think that?
Because I absolutely believe that they put Still Alive from Portal into this. And I know Noam Chomsky because I think I did that like when I was playing Left 4 Dead 2.
Okay.
I like that you got the... Oh, I can't say anything.
Damn it, Czar.
I was about to maybe spill a little bit of I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know. I'm just gonna stop talking.
You put those beans back in the container. No spilling the beans. You put those beans back in there.
Did someone say beans?
No. Zach.
JP, you can't just keep, doing that, man. Sometimes you gotta you go first, dude. It's okay.
I go first almost every round.
That's not true either. I go first every round.
Well, then how about you take the lead on this one, too?
See, look what he's doing there, guys. You see him?
Well, Peaches already took the lead here. We're just looking for number 2.
Guys, my Yeti mic's
Sorry,
broken. I'm
Zach.
sad, okay? JP, just go, dude. My Yeti mic's broken.
Nope, not saying it till you do.
You guys like this guy? Do you hear him? Do you hear how rude he is? Anyway, I'm gonna go with number 3 for some reason Jess said.
Wait, no, I said
number
number
two.
2.
That's what I said. I'm still going with number 2 because I said what Jess said.
Yeah. I think we got to give Zach number 2 because he was trying to agree with me. He just said the wrong number.
Whatever. It's number 2. Okay, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I said number 2.
I said it too.
Jesus.
All right. Well, yes, everyone gets the point. No, it is. Keith was never meant to be a playable character. The first game survivors were always meant to be playable. In fact, here's some little known facts about Keith. He has suffered from third-degree burns over most of his body twice, 95% making fireworks and 90% deep frying turkey. He lost 2 fingers and a thumb to frostbite, broke both his legs after driving his car off a cliff, nearly drowned in the Tunnel of Love, was attacked by owls, turned a recreation of colonial times into a raccoon fight in his backyard.
How is this man still alive?
When are you gonna learn your lesson, old man?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson?
If you listen closely in Left 4 Dead, you'll hear so many references to Keith. He's a crazy character, so if you play it, just keep on the listen for him. But yeah, everybody gets the point. Congratulations.
How am I supposed to make my 3-point comeback with 2 games left now, Peaches?
Sorry.
It's okay, I forgive you. All right, and funnily enough, it's my turn, so whatever. Okay. All right, final game is Bug Snacks.
Oh, God.
Why?
Yeah. We talk about Bug Snacks again.
Because we're talking about Bug Snacks, that's right. And also because I know it's a game none of you guys know shit about, so it's perfect.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, so Bug Snacks, here are the facts. Number 1, the reason why your character does not eat bug snacks like the rest of the Grumpuses is because they are a vegetarian and see eating bug snacks as immoral. Number 2, one of the Grumpuses on the island, named Wigglebottom, is a former rock star that eats bug snacks to find inspiration for writing her next big hit. And finally, fact number 3, there are a total of 100 different species of bug snacks on the island, each one being found in a different biome with a specific way of catching it. Let me know if you need those read back to you.
I do.
You do? All right, you got it. All right, fact number 1, the reason why your character does not eat bug snacks like the rest of the Grumpuses is because they are a vegetarian and see eating bug snacks as immoral. Fact number 2, one of the Grumpuses on the island, named Wigglebottom, is a former rock star that eats bug snacks to find inspiration in writing her next big hit. And number 3, there are a total of 100 different species of bug snacks on the island, each one being found in a different biome with a specific way of catching it.
This is tricky.
I will head us off. I think it's number 1.
Okay, why?
Just throwing shit at a wall.
Okay.
Honestly, I was thinking about number 1 as well because I feel like number 3, the number could be off, but I think JP wants us to think that the number is off.
I wanted you to think that in every round so far, though. Maybe one time I actually did it.
I'm gonna go with number 1.
Okay, Zach?
I like to be different, so I'll say 2.
It was number 1.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, buddy.
You got me.
Yeah, so the reason why you don't eat your main character doesn't eat bug snacks is because you're allergic.
Ah.
You actually do eat a bug snack, and then you almost die in the beginning of the game. It's pretty funny.
You trick ass
And then Phil was like, I guess you're allergic. But there is actually one of the Grumpuses that is a vegetarian who doesn't eat bug snacks because he thinks it's immoral. But in order to get the trophy to change every Grumpus into a full-on bug snack, you actually need to feed it to him without him knowing while he's sleepwalking, which is a little fucked up.
That's messed up.
Yeah, I agree. But I wanted the trophy. Really badly.
It's all about them trophies.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, Czar has already won this game by a very substantial lead, but Zach, if you want, you can give your last game.
Yo! Okay. My game is Digimon, Cyber Sleuth plus Hacker's Memory.
Holy shit.
I hadn't thought of Digimon in years.
In this game, fact 1, you get over 300 different and unique Digimon. It sold more than 1.5 million copies worldwide. Sorry, that was fact 2. And then fact 3, the game ends with Alphamon destroying the Mother Eater.
What the fuck? What's a Mother Eater?
I don't know what a Mother Eater is, but I'm going to go with number 3.
Can I get those read back one more time?
Yes. 1 is you get over 300 monsters. Sorry, unique Digimon. 2 is sold more than 1.5 million. And 3, the game ends with Alphamon destroying the Mother Eater.
I'm going to go with... what are you doing, Peaches?
I think I'm going to go with number 3 with Czar here. I don't know, it just... The 1.5 million, that sounds right for Digimon, and over 300 things, I mean... You know, if I'm comparing it to Pokemon, that sounds about right as well. So I'm going to go with number 3.
No. Here's my logic here. The game doesn't end with the eating of the mother what?
The game ends with Alphamon destroying the Mother Eater.
Yeah, destroying the Mother Eater. The game ends with the credits.
I'm not that big of a dick.
I'm still going with number 3.
I'd be so unbelievably pissed off. I'm going with number 1, actually. I'm not a Digimon fan at all, but I don't remember seeing any more than the yellow guy with a gun for a hand.
JP does get the point.
Yeah!
There are 342 Digimon, but they've reused Agumon like 15 times.
Oh.
There's
Fucking
Black
Agumon.
Agumon, Robot Agumon. So I make sure to use that word unique to not piss anyone off. Now, I absolutely love that game, and the variety and the combat system in that game is pretty great. It's a little bit more grindy than like Pokemon, but if you haven't played a Digimon game in a while, I wholeheartedly recommend that one. It's like $20 on average, and you get a lot of content.
I think Digimon's downfall was they couldn't keep up with making new monsters like Pokemon. They were just so proud of their old ones. And how the fuck do you keep coming up with monster names that end in on?
It's pretty easy. Robotron, Megamon.
Or
Okay,
Mon,
now do
I
that
guess.
900 more times.
There's
Yeah.
900 words in dictionary. I got it.
I mean, have you guys seen the Gus Johnson sketch of how they make Yu-Gi-Oh cards? I mean, you really can just do anything, you know?
All right, well, that is the end of the game, boys, and for once, Czar actually won. Czar!
This is like my 6th win or something.
We failed everyone.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit more pissed off about it each time. Well, congratulations, buddy. I'm glad that this win was very substantial to you.
Yay, go
JP,
me.
hey. JP,
Go
you be
Czar.
nice. All right? We're a family here on the Game
I don't
Team
know
podcast.
how I can be nicer than that.
I just came off a little sassy, JP. I'm watching you.
A little, maybe a little. But I feel like I worked hard on my questions and everybody always got them and I got salty.
You did great, JP. I don't even know how to play the game.
We still love you.
I'm crumpled. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Game Tea podcast. We will see you guys in the next episode.
You just got your game tea.
Bye.
Later.
If you like what you heard today and you're looking for more ways to get your game tea fix, check us out on Patreon. With bronze, silver, and gold tiers starting at $2 a month, there are several incredible rewards you can receive for supporting the show, such as a follow from us on Twitter, access to a monthly Q&A session, an invitation to our private Discord server, and even bonus episodes of the podcast only accessible to patrons. Your donations will be used to make the show even better. The link to Patreon is in the description with our social media, so go check it out. Once again, thank you so much for listening to the Game Tea podcast.